Hey guys and gals, this is Radar Roy. And we're passing through Monument Valley, Arizona right now, just wrapping up what has become an 8,000-mile cross-country, coast-to-coast, and border-to-border test of the red line radar detector from Escort. We first became acquainted with the Escort red line radar detector at the speed measurement lab test that was held here in June, the radar detector shootout, specifically during the long-range test. The red line just basically smoked all its competition in the long-range test. We got the red line right after the radar detector shootout, and our first stop was New Jersey. We headed out to the East Coast, and specifically to New Jersey, to test the red line against New Jersey State Police X-band radar guns. New Jersey is still one of the remaining states that uses X-band. And we traveled the New Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway, traveling from Newark to Cherry Hills to the shore resort areas in New Jersey. We then returned back to Arizona and then tested the red line against the Red Flex photo radar vans. The Red Flex photo radar vans used here in Arizona use very low powered that is vertically polarized, and typically radar detectors have a very, very hard time detecting it. The red line outperformed the Valentine 1 by a distance of over 100 feet. Now, some of you guys might be watching this video, might be thinking to yourselves, well, 100 feet isn't a big deal. But when you consider that the Valentine 1 has been picking up the red line photo radar bands at maybe 85, 95 feet, and the red line picking up the Red Flex photo radar bands at over 200 feet, that's quite an accomplishment. So, hats off to Escort. There's finally a solution for the low-powered K-band Red Flex fans. After Arizona, we headed north. We went up to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in South Dakota. Here in this Freightliner that you're riding in right now. And we logged in over 1,200 miles heading up to Sturgis, and then 1,200 miles returning, which we're returning now. And we had the Valentine 1 and the red line running both. We had some distance separating them, and we took some steps to prevent any bleed over from them. But in over 80% of the encounters, the red line sniffed out radar 80% better than the Valentine. There was just a few encounters that the Valentine 1 did do a little bit better, and that was on short range K and Ka band instant-on encounters that we had. The Valentine did alert first, perhaps about maybe a second prior to the red line, but in all other encounters, the red line just really outperformed. Last night we had a really particular encounter that comes to mind. We were coming into Moab, Utah, and the red line started alerting about 3 miles out from a K-band radar trailer. And the Valentine 1 started picking up the same trailer about 2.5 miles out. But what was really unique in this encounter, just after the trailer, there was a Utah State police officer that was running a Ka band radar gun at 35.5. And again, the red line picked up that encounter even over the K-band trailer prior to the Valentine 1. And when we were up in Sturgis, we took the red line and we put it on my Harley-Davidson motorcycle, and we logged on at about another 1,200 miles up in South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, and North Dakota. Those of you that might be familiar with the Black Hills in that area up there, it's very windy, mountainous roads. And the red line does an exceptional job sniffing out, K-band and Ka-band. In fact, there was a group of California Highway Patrol officers that was riding with me during most of the ride, and they were just astounded that a radar detector could pick up a radar signal at such a great distance. But We're just completing the test. Again, in over 80% of all the encounters that we've had with the red line and over the past 6 weeks, and that's the red line's outperformed the Valentine one and every other radar detector that we put up against it. Is the red line for everybody? No. The red line, if you're considering buying a radar detector, if you're a long-range professional driver, commercial driver that drives coast to coast, and your driver's license, your CDL, depends on a good radar detector that is not detectable by the radar detector devices that police use, then by all means the red line might be a great radar detector for you. Or if you're a road warrior where you travel great distances on the highway, your job requires you to travel great distances, yes, then the red line's for you. But if you're just a typical driver looking for a good radar detector, I still would recommend the Escort 9500 IX, basically because it has the GPS capabilities. It has the GPS capabilities for the photo radar, photo enforcement, fixed photo enforcement. It also has the ability to filter out known false alert locations. But all in all, if you're looking to buy a radar detector, you want a little bit more information, please take the time, look at my blog at radarroy.com, or come visit me on my buyer's guide at radarroysbuyersguide.com. Thumbs up, Escort. You got an exceptional radar detector. You're leading the pack right now for the long-range sensitivity. You're basically just decimated any other manufacturers that's out there in long range. And hats off to you guys out there in Cincinnati. This is Radar Roy. I want to thank you for watching. You guys have a great day and drive safe. Bye-bye.